tragedy is in that song. And sure enough, when we were over here, somebody wanted to know too. Which bad thing is your favorite thing that happened in that song tonight? Because it can change depending on your mood.
My favorite bad thing?
Yeah, your favorite tragedy in Wild Bill Jones. The people weren't asking.
Well, there's a verse I left out of that song about Ron getting kicked out of a museum for taking pictures. It's my favorite.
Step away from the Rembrandt. We'd like to tell you who this is over here. He comes from West Rutland, Vermont, and you may know him as the singing voice of George Clooney for the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Well, when we all went walking around today, there was one tragedy that you weren't happy about.
Oh, yeah, well,
the people were wanting to know what tragedy.
The worst tragedy for me was going outside with shorts and sandals. On a day like today. That was kind of tragic, but I'm all dried off now, feeling good.
We're glad to hear it. Well, Dan has been in this band for the past 20 years. Please make welcome Dan Tyminski here.